with a limited mindset, you only think one way. You don't see any other options or opportunities for growth. There are times in my life where when I reflect back over everything, I feel like I could have been so much further than where I am now at this current point. And yeah, a little bit of it was due to me procrastinating. For the most part in life, I always know what it is I'm supposed to be doing. So me not being as far as where I want to go, a lot of it could be because of procrastination, just being lazy, just not really being in a mood or having the attitude to want to do what I have to do. A lot of it that I was labeling as being lazy or just procrastination was my mindset and having a limited mindset. And if you're unsure if you have a limited mindset or not, let me just tell y'all this quick, simple story. So I did grow up in a two-parent household. I had, meaning both of my parents were in the house. My parents, they worked really hard. They sacrificed a lot just to raise me and my siblings. And I appreciate them a lot for it. But there were a few things, just with having limited time within a day, there were a few things that my parents just could not teach me. And one of those things was that my mom did not teach me how to cook. My mom did not teach me how to cook. And back then, like in my early 20s, it used to kind of make me mad because why didn't my mama teach me how to cook? But as I've gotten older, I have my own child. As life started to become more hectic and I started having more responsibilities, I realized my mama just ain't have the time. Like, she's going to work, then she got to come home, and she probably already annoyed about something that happened at work, and then she got all these kids, and we always in her face bugging and asking for something, and like we're always in her face. She never had time for herself. When she get home, she gotta clean and she gotta cook. At that point, she don't have time or the patience to walk one of her children through how to cook, and I completely understand it, because even now my son, like, there are days when he'll get in the kitchen and he'll be like, "Can I help you cook?" And I just be like, no, not today. Not today. I'm trying to get in and out of this kitchen. I'm tired, but I do, there are days I will teach him, but not when I'm older. I completely get it. But most of my early 20s, I use that as an excuse almost. Having a boyfriend, I always lived with my boyfriends and well, it's only been 2 boyfriends, but I always live with my boyfriends, and then it's like the whole thing like, dang, you don't cook? No, I don't cook. My mama didn't teach me. Or whenever I'm like invited to like a party, or maybe like there's a family get together, everybody's bringing their own dish, or they're like bringing something. Maybe it's a potluck at work when I used to work. Yeah, I don't cook. I'm not bragging that I don't cook. And I've said that so many different times. I kind of accepted that title. I accepted the title that Ebony, I'm a 10 across all boards, but I don't cook. You know, and I don't cook because my mama ain't teach me, and that was my excuse, and I was sticking to it. And the only time I would really have like a really good home cooked meal was if somebody else cooked it for me, or I would have to wait for the holiday season to come around and go visit my family, or it would be stuff like that. So all of my favorite foods that I would want to enjoy, I was not enjoying them. I would have to get something quick. I would have to get something out the frozen section of the grocery store and heat it up that way. I wasn't really having a lot of home cooked meals in the way that I would have liked them, because as you guessed it, I'm Ebony, I can't cook, and my mom never taught me. And then it dawned on me one day that the reason why I can't cook isn't because of my mom. It's because of my limited mindset. With a limited mindset, you only think one way. You don't see any other options or opportunities for growth. Like, you just have it set in your mind that this is who I am, or this is my situation, and this is just how it's always going to be. You just kind of accept your present moment. And it was like one day I just kind of woke up and I realized if I really wanted to learn how to cook, I could just learn how to cook. I have all of these resources. I have YouTube, I have TikTok, I have family and friends who can easily text me a recipe. We got all of these recipe books. We got recipes all over Google, all over Pinterest. There's no reason for me to not know how to cook, you know? And I just kind of woke up, and when that dawned on me, I'm like, wow, this whole time I've been holding myself back because I was okay with just accepting the title that I don't cook and just using the excuse that my mom never taught me. So that's just an example for the message that I want to share today, because I had a limited mindset and it stopped me. And the Taurus in me loves food. So many years I went without eating my favorite home cooked meals because I used those excuses when I could have easily just hopped on TikTok and search gumbo recipe black people, you know? Black people Louisiana, you know, I could have easily just searched that, and I did. And that's what y'all saw in the beginning of the video, and that's my first time cooking it. And it actually tastes really good. And my son actually liked it. He's a picky eater. But I'm making this video as a reminder to myself, but also because I see a lot of other people deal with this on a daily basis, especially with me being a business owner, and I follow a lot of business owners. And I'll see people have a limited mindset as it applies to all aspects of their life. I will see people say stuff like, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to be a content creator, but I suck at editing. You don't have to suck at editing. You don't. Like, there's so many free videos and tutorials out there that will walk you through the process step by step. It's just a matter of taking out the time to do it and really being invested into it, you know? Or how about if you really want to be a YouTuber, you don't have to edit videos. Like this sit down video I'm making for y'all right now, the beginning portion of this video was edited, but this sit down version of the video is not edited. It doesn't require any editing. Just cut on the camera and start talking. You don't have, you're living in this, you have this set idea in your mind that all videos and all content needs to be edited. And it don't even need to be edited. Just change your style of video. Just do live videos. Just do sit down videos. Just record videos that don't require any editing at all. You know, you have to remove yourself out of that limited mindset. A lot of people take a limited mindset and they allow it to hold themselves back. And it essentially is an excuse. And you really just want to think about all of your goals, especially because we are embarking on a new year. At least when this video is posted, it's being posted, we are embarking on a new year. And when you think about your new goals, the goals that you have and the things you want to accomplish, you really want to think about the limited mindset that you might have around it. If you want to lose weight, you might be telling yourself that you can't lose weight because you have PCOS or you have like a thyroid condition. It's going to be very difficult for you to lose weight. Get that thought out of your mind, because there's a lot of people out there who have lost weight with those conditions. It's just a matter of searching for those people and obtaining the information that you don't have. That way you can move forward with what you really need. The internet is such a beautiful resource. You can find anything that you want can be found on the internet. You just got to have the willingness to search for it. You want to make more money. It's thousands upon thousands of ways to make money. all of that information is out there, and it's out there for free. You know, if y'all have been watching my YouTube channel since the beginning, y'all know that a large majority of my channel is just me giving out free business advice for hair businesses. The same way I give out free advice is the same way thousands of other people give out free advice. Working on being more disciplined. There's books on that. You know, like everything that you want in life, you can make it happen. But the first step of the process is getting rid of those excuses and the limited mindset that you have. And when you think about it, the excuses that you give yourself, no matter how valid the excuse is, excuses hold you back. No matter how valid the excuse is, excuses only hurt one person. The excuse that you're using on a daily basis is either helping you or hurting you, and I can guarantee that it's hurting you. And it's only hurting you because it's your life, and it's stopping you from getting to where you want to be. Excuses are the enemy. Can we just make that a quote or a saying that we live by from here on out going forward? Excuses are the enemy. Whenever you have an excuse for yourself, no matter how valid the excuse is, you need to tell yourself excuses are the enemy. How can I navigate around this excuse? What resources and tools can I use to help me overcome this excuse that I have? Just to go back over my example, because the example I used was cooking. My mama ain't teach me how to cook, and I can't cook. I can cook now. But in order to move forward and to adapt a new mindset, first I had to have a level of awareness. And awareness is important. Awareness is when I woke up with that aha moment, like I could just learn how to cook, you know? You got to have an awareness of the fact that your problem can be solved. All problems have a solution, whether you accept that or not. But you got to have that level of awareness that your problem can be solved, and you're not the only one on earth who ever experienced this problem. Out of the millions, is it millions? Hey Siri, how many people live on earth?
As of 2023, the population of earth is 8,028,504,000.
All right, out of that 8 billion people that live on earth, you are not the only one dealing with your situation. There are thousands of people who have dealt with your situation and have overcome it. So you also have to have the awareness that you're not alone. You're not the only one on earth dealing with the situation that you're going through. And once you come to that awareness, it's easier to accept the fact that there's a solution out there. If I'm not the only one going with this and there's people out there who've been through this and they overcame it, then there has to be someone out there who has shared what they did to overcome this. And then another thing is you have to accept accountability. Me blaming my mama for the fact that I couldn't cook, I mean, is that a real thing? Like, did that really happen to me? Is that a real event that occurred? Yes, my mama did not teach me how to. She taught me how to cook some stuff, like breakfast food, like waffles, eggs, bacon. She taught me how to cook simple stuff, but not like the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But is that like, did that really happen to me? Yes. But at my big grown age, should I still be using that as an excuse? No. Because at some point in your life, you have to accept accountability for who you are and where you are in life. Being 20 something years old and still not knowing how to cook, that's a you problem. That was a me problem. So I had to accept accountability and stop placing blame on other people. This is my life, and I can do and be whoever, I can do whatever I want to do and become whoever I want to become in this life. So if I'm not something that I want to be, that's because of me and only me. And then I had to start using the tools and the resources that are around me, which is another thing that I have learned. I learned that life is set up in a way that it helps you. And it's more of like a spiritual thing or something you don't see and something that's not really taught that often. But life has been designed for you and to help you. And in the universe, this is my belief. I'm not trying to force my belief on others. But my belief is that when God created the universe, he created it so that it can be a tool to help us reach our highest potential. Because when we are at our highest potential, when we are the best versions of ourselves, we can be the best version of ourselves to other people. We will want to help other people more and love other people more. And we're more caring and we're more peaceful. And it just creates this cycle of goodness and good energy and just love and positivity. So the earth, the universe as a whole was set up and created and designed to help us at every stage, every point in our life. And one of the things I had to learn is that whenever you're trying to get to another level in life, you cannot get to the next level unless you are grateful for what you already have currently. Unless you are using the tools and resources that God has given to you currently. And by using the tools and resources you already have, that is a form of showing gratitude and that you are grateful. Because if you're not using them, then you're not acknowledging what you already have, which means that you don't really care, or you didn't give it much attention, or you just kind of neglected it, which means you're not showing gratitude for what you have. Which also means those things can easily be taken away from you at any given point in time or seconds, because you're not being grateful for what you have. And that's something I've learned the hard way, and that's something I'm still learning. Oh my gosh. Can we not get too personal? I've lost a lot of things this year, and I can accept the fact that I was not grateful for all that I had, and that's probably why I lost. That ain't probably why, that is why I lost a lot of the things that I had. But that's a whole different story for a different time. We're not here, I mean, we're here to talk about me because I like to share my life journey, hoping that my experiences will help the next person, but I'm not trying to get that detailed. An example of using what you already have. I have a goal of continuing to grow my business for the new year. My wig related business, to add more wig options and to have more inventory, and just to continue to grow my clientele just all of that good stuff. Continue to scale my business and expand and grow. And lately I feel like things have not been moving as fastly as I want them to move, and I have not been receiving a lot of orders like I usually receive. And I can pinpoint why that's happening. One, I have a ton of inventory that I've been sitting on for about 2 years now. And how could I want more inventory? How can I have space? How can I manifest more inventory if I don't have the space for it? And I don't have the space for it because I have old inventory that's taking up the place of that. So I need to use what I already have to free up some space for what I want. Does that make sense? But because I'm not using what I already have, then I'm not going to be able to get to that next level. So there's things I need to focus on based on what I already have so I can get to that next level. Or how could I want to continue to grow and expand my business, but the website that I currently have, I need to make a lot of changes and edits to it. My email funnel or my email series that I have going out, I need to edit it. It's a lot of things in the background that I still need to work on, that I have yet to work on. But I have the knowledge, the tools, and the resources to work on all of that stuff. But I haven't. But yeah, I want my business to grow. If I'm not utilizing the resources that I currently have, how could I expect to grow? And even if we take this down a notch, because again, like, the message I'm trying to get is you already have the tools and resources. This is how God works. God gives you everything that you could possibly need at every stage and level of your life. You just have to use those resources, acknowledge those resources, and give gratitude for the fact that you have those resources. And oftentimes we don't. So if I can bring it down to a more simplistic, something a little bit more realistic, because everybody's not a business owner. It's like waking up and first of all, you're blessed to even have a roof over your head. Do you thank God for that? Do you thank God that you have a roof over your head? Do you thank God that you have a bed that you're sleeping in? Do you show gratitude for having that bed by making up your bed every day and washing your sheets every week or every other week? You know, making sure your pillows are in the pillowcases. Do you make your bed every morning? Because making your bed, it shows that you are great. I am so grateful for this, that I'm taking care of this thing that I am grateful for. I am so grateful for that I have internet. I'm so grateful that I have internet, that every day I'm using the internet to better myself. I am using the internet to find free audiobooks that I can listen to that's going to help shift my mindset. I'm using the internet to build out this website, or if I don't know how to build out my website, I'm using the internet to search and teach me how to build a website so that I could expand my business or expand my life in some sort of way. So you give gratitude by keeping up with and by using the tools and resources that you have on a daily basis, and you're not wasting it. And the way life works is, for example, for a whole year you probably didn't make up your bed. Now your bed done broke, you know, or for a whole year you have been using the internet on your phone to gossip on social media and to be caught up in things that don't serve you. But the day that you really need to use the internet to research something, your internet connection sucks. Or you've been knowing that you needed to get an oil change in your car, but you did not get that oil change in your car, and now your car broke down. It's like whenever we don't use the things that we have and we don't show thanks for the things that we have, that's when bad things really start to happen. So you really have to learn how to use the tools and resources that you have, show gratitude for them, and then use them in a way that is going to help you get to the next level. Like, there is no next level for you until you start utilizing the tools and resources that are around you. And that's something I had to learn, and that's something I'm still learning. You know, how could I want to travel the world and I'm not currently using one of the resources I have, like the internet, to search up how to travel and everything I'm gonna need to learn how to travel? If I'm not going to the library, maybe you got a library membership, a library card, and you're not checking out books about travel. How could you want to travel and you're not even utilizing the tools and resources around you to learn more about that? How could you want more clothes and more shoes, but you're not even using the clothes and shoes that's currently in your closet? They're just sitting there and collecting dust. And now, because they're sitting there and collecting dust and you haven't donated them or put them to any use or given them to someone else so that they can put it to good use, you don't have no room for no new clothes and shoes. Like, how could you want to add that in your life, but you're not utilizing it? I don't know. Am I still on topic here? Am I still on topic? Let me just reel this back in. Overall, what I want to say is, I feel like one of the reasons why I'm not exactly where I want to be in life is because of a limited mindset, which is due to making excuses and not utilizing the resources and tools I currently have. Because when you are grateful for what you currently have and you use the tools and resources that you currently have, that is the only way you can get to the next level in life. And when you get to that next level in life, you have to do it again. You have to continue to be grateful for what you have and continue to use the tools and resources that you have. That's another thing. That's another thing. People think that they gotta have every single thing in order to start. You do not need everything in order to start, because if you had everything, you wouldn't know what to do with it. That's why it's like God gives you what you want, but in pieces, in small increments, because there are steps and levels to where you want to go. And if you don't get that first step right, everything else after that is going to crumble, because your foundation isn't right. Your foundation isn't strong. So it's like, at each stage in life, you just have to use what you already have. And then whatever you already have, that's going to be like a backbone for the next level. And when you get to the next level and you get a little bit more, you got to be grateful for that and use that in addition to what you had before, and just keep going. A lot of people, and that's an excuse. That's also an excuse that people use, that they don't have everything that they need. And they use that as an excuse, and that becomes their limited mindset. I'm just here to tell y'all that you already have everything that you need right now, in this very moment. No matter how bad your situation may seem, you have at least one thing that is going to get you to the next level. You just got to use it.